Like I talked about earlier, this is them delivering a bed, just carrying it into someone's house to give them something to sleep on. This was the last full day we were there evangelizing. This is the bed that our team, quote unquote, made. Just the way it worked out, they had to already physically build it, but then we got to paint it. We still put our names on it. And then we were able to deliver that later in the day. There's just some more views of the different neighborhoods. We went to a different part of the town each day. And the last day was actually one of the church leaders, it was his neighborhood. So it was some of his neighbors, some of the people that he knew. We were able to go and share the gospel with them. Just walking down the hill, just before this, I think we met some kids that came up to us in the road, and we were able to give them a few things. I think it was one of those children on this day that someone from the church here gave some Matchbox cars. And I remember breaking open the pack of Matchbox cars and handing a Matchbox car to one of the kids. And so that was, once again, just an extension of what you all gave and just the impact that you all had. This I took a picture of. It's kind of a stream/wet spot. But as you can see again, the trash that's there and just water was a big issue. In fact, one of my friends, who I'm going to be in his wedding later this summer, he's going to be going down there in a year to be a full-time missionary. And because his major is the same as I am, one of his focuses is going to be water and how they can provide clean, safe water for the people to drink. One of the towns we were in, I saw a little girl with kind of a wheelbarrow-looking thing. One of the church leaders, we were just standing next to each other, and we were talking, and he told me that she had to go miles to get water each day and bring it back. And even that water probably wasn't very good. We couldn't drink the water, and it wasn't necessarily that good for them either. But this is just another one of the really, really steep hills that we climbed up. Later in the day, they carried the bed up this hill. I didn't carry the bed, but the other guys did. Up the hill, just the more people that needed it. It's one of the last views that we had. The last night we were there evangelizing was, it was the birthday, actually my host sister, so to speak, so this was at our house that we were staying at. And it was a big party, just awesome to be able to celebrate that with them. The last day we just kind of took to get to know the community, spend a little time doing a few touristy things. So we toured a cigar factory, which is one of their major agricultural products. Another big one was coffee. Evidently Honduras is the 6th largest coffee producer in the world. So they had some really good coffee, and I got to bring some back with me. And then we took our final group pictures. There were 16 of us from the United States, and there are about 6 translators. And some of the folks even in this picture are just people that came in towards the end of the week that were former translators that had translated for us in the past. And they knew people like Steve, our group leader, and some other repeat trip people just to see them again. So they drove in just to hang out with us and get to know us some more. And we just got to form a lot of close friendships and bonds that I'm sure will last into the future. And then the next day, we ate our last breakfast there, and we drove back to Jonesboro. This was just a part of the road that had fallen away that we had to avoid. Looking for signs from the airport, and this was just a really funny sign that I saw. Kentucky Fried Chicken, 400 meters. But when we got to the airport and we said our goodbyes, and we said our goodbyes like 5 times because we said them, and then we moved to like the security line, and then they followed us there, and then we kept going, and then we went through security, but there's still a glass like door that they were standing behind, so we had to say our goodbyes a lot of times. But we got back to Reagan about 12:30 in the morning. So by the time we drove back to the church in DC to get our cars and made it back to Blacksburg, it was about 7 a.m. And we hadn't really slept. So this was a photo outside my apartment as the sun was rising and as I was getting ready to go to sleep. Just resting and just peace, knowing that it was an amazing trip. That I was so fortunate to be able to go on, and just knowing that the work there isn't done, but the work isn't stopped either. The church down there has some amazing people that are going to continue to reach out in the community and try and just grow God's kingdom. So once again, I just want to thank you all. Thank you for just your giving, your donations, your prayers, but most importantly, your love. Your love for not only me as a member of this church, the love that you've shown me growing up from just a little kid in Mission Friends to where I am now. you all have helped shape my spiritual foundation, and I thank you for that. I also just thank you for your love for the people of Honduras. All the ways that I mentioned that you made an impact there, it was because of your love of God and your love for people that helped put clothes on people's backs, that helped just spread His love. So I thank you for that. So if you just join with me now in just a time of prayer. Dear God, I thank you for today. I thank you for this church, Lord. Just how they've blessed me and how they've shown your love, God. They've followed your calling. You've called us all to just go out and spread your word. And even though they couldn't be there physically, it was because of them that I was able to go and that their impact was made, Lord, and I thank you for that. I just pray for Lester and Naila and Francine and the church, Grand Institución Iglesia. God, I pray that you would continue to work in their lives and bless them, Lord, and grow their faith in you. Thank you.